It's hard to believe that just 7 years ago, we came together for the 2012 Olympic Games. During that glorious summer, we showed this great nation of ours in the best possible light as we truly welcomed the world in. Now, tragically, we stand on the brink of shutting it out. One of the proudest moments in our modern history shattered and betrayed. The past few months have been nothing short of a national humiliation. For nearly 3 years, the government has used a wafer-thin referendum majority to sow division in our towns, our cities, and even in our families. But those who seek to divide us will never win. We demand better than Brexit, and the European elections on the 23rd of May are your chance to stop Brexit. Every vote at these elections for the Liberal Democrats is a vote to stop Brexit. We're proud of our country and its record of playing our part in Europe and the wider world. Proud of being part of a continent, not trying to be apart from it.
Brexit has proved a massive distraction and a waste of everybody's time. The Conservatives have been so obsessed with it that they've forgotten the big issues facing the country. Funding the NHS and social care, tackling homelessness, fighting knife crime, and supporting education. And they've neglected the climate crisis, turning away from our European partners just when countries most need to work together. Labour are no better. They're still trying to stitch up some form of Brexit with the government, letting down millions of Labour supporters. Now, whether it's a Labour Brexit or a Tory Brexit, we know it will be bad for the country, putting jobs at risk, putting public services at risk, and even damaging the peace in Northern Ireland.
Once we've stopped Brexit, we can start tackling the real problems in our country. We can invest in our NHS and stop it being used as a political football. We can build the affordable homes needed to help young people onto the housing ladder. And reverse the harmful cuts to schools, which risk damaging our children's education. And working as leaders in Europe, we can do so much more to lead the world in fighting climate change. The Liberal Democrats are proud to have fought from the start for almost 3 years to give you the final say on Brexit. We have knocked on doors, marched and campaigned across the UK to stop Brexit, giving a voice to the millions of people who just want it all to stop. Whoever you've voted for in the past, and wherever you are, if you want the final say on Brexit, now is the time to speak up.
Now, you only get one vote in these elections, so please don't waste it. Use it to support the strongest Remain voice in British politics. Every vote for the Liberal Democrats is a vote to stop Brexit.
On the Lib Dem website, you'll find a number of simple ways of making your voice heard. Join us and back the campaign to stop Brexit.
The European elections really matter. We're at a defining moment in our history, and your vote will change what happens right now and what happens in the future. These elections are different. They're under a proportional system, so you can vote for what you believe in. This election is an opportunity to reject the current political chaos, to say no to climate change, yes to strong public services, and yes to staying part of the European Union.
This is the time to stand up to the rise of the far right and to bring people back together, a time to vote for hope. We are proud to do politics differently, proud to stand up for free movement and the rights of everyone in our country, no matter where they were born. We listen to you and we stand up to the establishments.
If you support a people's vote and remaining in the European Union, then I have a simple message: vote Green. The Green Party is the largest UK Remain party in the European Parliament, with the strongest voice for Remain. And we've hard-working MPs who've been delivering real change in Europe. Those MEPs, like me, have been successfully working for many years inside the EU for a fairer and a greener Britain. If you want your voice to be heard, if you oppose the Prime Minister's damaging Brexit deal, if you want to stay in the European Union, then vote Green.
The Green Party is the only party that really understands the solution to the climate emergency. We stand up to the fossil fuel dinosaurs and we aren't tied to big business. We know that a safe future is only possible if we dramatically cut carbon. If you want to defend our climate, then vote Green.
These are things we've been saying for decades, when no one else was interested, when others didn't take climate change seriously. We couldn't be happier that other parties are finally waking up to our ideas. Where we lead, others follow. If you want real action on climate change, then vote Green.
The Green Party has consistently been on the right side of history. We've always opposed austerity. We've always celebrated freedom of movement. We defend the rights of EU nationals in the UK and UK citizens in the EU. We've always been brave enough to stand up for what we believe in. We are honest.
We know how frustrated people are with politics right now, that they feel their voices aren't being heard. But you can believe in us. We are ordinary people with extraordinary commitment. The clock is ticking for the climate, and we stand on the Brexit cliff edge. It's time to pick a side.
Whilst the Conservatives pursue Brexit and Labour sit on the fence, a vote for the Green Party is the most powerful vote you can make in favour of a future inside Europe. Your vote will make a bigger difference than voting for anyone else, for right now and for the future.
I'm proud to have driven the campaign for a people's vote, and I know that every single Green in this election shares my dedication and determination. Voting Green right now is the best way to help the UK remain part of the European Union. And voting Green is also the best way to secure a future that's safe from climate breakdown. If you want to say yes to Europe, yes to strong public services, and no to climate change, then vote Green on May the 23rd. We need you, right now and for the future.
Our politics is broken. Britain's two-party system needs to be shaken up. This messy Brexit process is the clearest example of this. We founded Change UK because we believe that none of the old parties can solve Britain's problems, and we need a new, open, optimistic and honest approach to politics. By leaving the established parties, we put our political careers on the line. But you know what? We did so because our country and our communities must come first. Resigning from the Labour Party was an incredibly hard decision, but I couldn't sit idly by and watch Jeremy Corbyn give Nigel Farage a free pass on Brexit rather than to unequivocally back a people's vote and to remain in the European Union. Farage doesn't speak for our nation, he doesn't speak for the future generations of this country, and we will say so loudly every single day of this campaign. We're determined to give you a people's vote so that you can vote based on what Brexit is today, not the undeliverable fantasy that we were told it would be 3 years ago. Only by giving people the final say on Brexit can we reconcile our divided country. If you believe that leaving the world's single biggest market will hinder prosperity and stand in the way of opportunities for our young people, if you believe radical action must be taken to reduce climate change, if you believe that the UK is kind-hearted, generous in spirit, and should be open to new ideas, if you believe in all of those things, we need to stay in the European Union and keep our seat at the top table.
Our party, Change UK, was founded just a few weeks ago, and I can't wait to share with you our ideas for protecting the NHS, addressing climate change and crime, and investing in education. But for the next few weeks, we're going to be focused 100% on bringing a swift conclusion to this desperate Brexit process. If, like us, you've had enough of broken politics and want a better future for our country, vote for Change UK in the EU elections on the 23rd of May. And if, like us, you want to give people the final say on Brexit, vote for Change UK on the 23rd of May. And if, like us, you haven't given up hope for a better Britain within the EU, vote for Change UK on the 23rd of May.
For Scotland, contributing to and benefiting from the European Union will be just one of the great advantages of being an independent nation. And that is why we are determined to give the people the choice of that independent future later in this term of the Scottish Parliament. But whatever your view on independence, this election on May the 23rd is an opportunity to make Scotland's voice heard. A vote for the SNP is a vote to reject the shambles and chaos Westminster has inflicted, not just in Scotland, but on all of the UK. It is a vote for cooperation in all of our interests. So this is, for Scotland, a golden opportunity. Let us make our voice heard, loud and clear, so that we are not ignored by Westminster any longer. And let us collectively, as a nation, send this message. Scotland's not for Brexit. Scotland is for Europe. On May the 23rd, the message is clear. If you want to keep Scotland in the EU, at the heart of Europe, vote SNP. Thank you very much.
Ers bron I 2 blynedd, rydym wedi gweld ein cyfeillion, ein teuluoedd a'n cymunedau yn cael eu siomi tra bod llafur a'r toriaid yn ffreio ymysg ei gilydd. Mae San Steffan wedi torri. Mae Brexit wedi datgelu gwleidyddiaeth hen ffasiwn pleidiau San Steffan. A pha mor anaddas y mae nhw I ddelio â'r problemau rydym ni'n ei wynebu heddiw. Tra bod nhw'n mynd rownd a rownd mewn cylchoedd, mae'r Llywodraeth Lafur ym Mae Caerdydd a'r Llywodraeth Doriaid yn San Steffan wedi anwybyddu'r hyn sy'n wir bwysig. Gallwch oll weld ein bod wedi cael ein harwain at ymyl y dibyn, gyda grwpiau o wleidyddion Llundeinig yn cweryla ynghylch pa fath o drychineb yr hoffen nhw weld eu math nhw o Brexit fod. Mae Theresa May ar blaid doriaidd ranedig yn gwneud popeth yn ei gallu i'n llusgo tuag at drychineb. Dyna beth maen nhw wastod yn ei wneud I ni. A dyw'r Blaid Lafur ddim gwell. Bron I 2 blynedd wedi'r referendwm, mae Jeremy Corbyn yn dal I wrthod fod yn onest ynghylch beth yw ei wir farn am Brexit. Mae hwn yn argyfwng. Mae ein plant, ein rhieni a'n teuluoedd yn heiddi eglurder. Maent yn heiddi gonestrwydd. Maent yn heiddi gobaith eto.
Mae ffordd syml allan o hyn, sef cymeryd yn dyfodol i'n dwylo ein hunain. Allwn ni ddim disgwyl I Lundain ddangos ffordd I ni allan o'r argyfwng hwn, gan mae nhw sydd wedi creu'r argyfwng. Dim ond ni'n hunain all ddangos y ffordd. Mae yn gwerthoedd, mae'n cred yn gweledigaeth, yn dweud wrthym, nad ar ymylon gwladwriaeth Brydeinig ar chwal mae dyfodol disgleiriaf Cymru. Mae wrth galon Ewrop. Pleidleisiwch dros blaid Cymru yn yr etholiad hwn, I ddangos I San Steffan ein bod wedi cael digon o'i llanas nhw, ac I ddangos iddyn nhw ei bod ni o ddifri. Yr unig ffordd I ddweud wrth Theresa May ein bod yn mynnu pleidles y bobl, gyda'r dewis o aros ar y papur pleidleisio, yw I blaid sydd yn ffafrio Ewrop ennill yng Nghymru. Mae sefydliad San Steffan wedi'n cymeryd oll lawr llwybr sy'n arwain at ddinistyr. Dyna pam fod angen I ni ddod ynghyd, I ennill dyfodol disglair I Gymru, a dweud yn glir wrth San Steffan, ein bod yn gwrthod I Brexit peryglus niweidiol nhw. Ar ddydd Iau, Mai y 30 pleidleisiwch Plaid Cymru, a gyda'n gilydd gallwn wneud I Gymru gyfri.